Yeah, welcome back. In the last episode, we learned that before money existed, people exchanged goods through barter, which is popularly known as trade by barter system. At first, it sounded like a good idea. If I had yams, you had clothes, we could simply exchange them. But there is one major problem which persists then. And the problem is you meet a shoemaker who exactly have the shoes that you want, and you decide to offer that kind of shoemaker your goods. But he politely said he doesn't need your goods. You are now stuck. Your goat is valuable, and your shoes are and the shoes of the shoemaker is also valuable. But the problem is trade cannot happen because the shoemaker is not in need of your goods, but you are in need of the shoe. So which means the trade cannot happen because both of you do not want exactly what the other person have. That is what we discussed yesterday. So and today, what we're going to discuss is the continuation because people spend hours, sometimes even days, searching for someone who wants exactly the same thing they were offering. For instance, going to the market, you have your goods, you want to get shoes now. The person that have the shoes you want may not need goods. The person might actually need maybe beans. The person might actually need rice. Now, the shoemaker will be looking for somebody that have rice that is in need of shoe. You'll be looking for somebody that have shoe that is in need of goods. That has now caused a lot of frustration because a lot of people now got frustrated in the sense that it's caused a lot of panic in markets in which people will just be roaming about looking for the person that have the kind of thing they want to offer. So this now keep on going to the extent that the trade by barter system can no longer continue again. People now started developing something. People now that's now lead to the era of cowries. So and during this era of using cowries to do trade and the likes, cowries is not generally accepted then. So some particular areas have what they accept in terms of trade. So some people might use cowries, some people might use maybe sheep, some people might use maybe some different things, some commodity. Some people they use services. So but what each zone or let me say each community use in trading, it differs from each other. But then cowries using cowries to trade started developing and it started growing gradually and later leads to the era of trading with cowries. Now, for the first time, as an instance, some community used to use salt in terms of maybe bag of salt. Some use bead to trade. Some even use metal objects as something to store value to trade in some particular areas. Then, but for the first time, you don't have to find someone who wanted your goods because at that time now, maybe if you have bag of salt now, they can value what you want to bring with a bag of salt or two bag of salt. So it doesn't need the person might not actually need that thing that you have, but as long as you can give that person maybe a particular bag of salt or some specific amount and quality of bead, you can give that person and the person will give you whatever you want. So then people can trade without the fear of the person you want to trade with do not need what you actually want. So and that actually continue, which is for the very first time, you didn't have to find someone who wanted your goods before you can actually trade. You could sell what you had, receive something everyone accepted, and later use it to buy whatever you need. Trade becomes faster, business grows, communities prospered. This was one of the biggest turning points in human history because it laid the foundation for modern commerce. But there was still one particular problem. Cowries' shells could break, salt could spoil, cattle could die. People need something stronger. People need something that is very strong, more durable, and easy to carry because you cannot be traveling. Maybe you want to go and trade from Lagos to Ibadan. You now carry salt on your head, or you will transport salt, or maybe it's cattle that you want to use to trade. You carry cattle, or even if it is cowries, imagine the kind of load. And then some people used to walk. They walk miles. They walk kilometers. So the stress is now becoming too much. People now needed something stronger, more durable, and easier to carry. This led to the invention of metal coins, and that's exactly what we are going to explore in our next episode. If you're enjoying this journey so far through the evolution of money, follow now because we are only getting started. If you have anything, any suggestion, something you think we miss, or something you think we need to talk about, drop it in the comment section. I'm going to respond to you. So see you in the next episode. Thank you.